Okay, so we're trying to do competitors analysis, and we've gone to Google Keyword Planner and simply pasted the website. And our focus target is Nigeria, which we could change this from Nigeria to say US or global. But right now, let's just leave this into Nigeria, and we come here and download the the keywords. Google is already telling us they are ranking for 2,700 keywords plus, which is good. So we have the Excel open, which is what we downloaded, and our goal is simply we check on. I'm not interested in the cost because I know the cost is already in USD, so that doesn't interest me. Most of all this information right now doesn't interest me for now, so I can delete them. So this is you doing competitors analysis without you having to use any paid tools. uh it might look a little bit manual, but actually gets the job done. So let me delete all these other ones too that at the top because I don't need them. And I have just this row from the keyword. So I will simply select this, and I'll go to my filter, and I'll say filter. Please let me have your attention. After this class, I'm going to post this also to the YouTube channel so that you all can review if you need to. And you can do this cut across any niche. Then please, if there's any particular niche you want us to go to, let's know so that you guys can get the most out of this class. So we've turned this into a filter so that we can filter this particular content area. Now, the first place I want to come to is this quarterly, which is 3 months changes. So I want to filter this, and I say I don't want any keyword that has negative in them. It shouldn't be zero. It can be zero or positive numbers, but shouldn't be negative numbers. So I'll simply do this. Then I'll come to the year in, year out. I also say I don't want any negative number. Negative number means the keyword search required is going down. People are no longer interested in that keyword. So there's a tendency you write it and you will not get traffic for your site, which is very, very important for you to ensure that you're getting traffic for your site. That is key. Let me quickly just do this. So I uncheck this as well. I want to have 0 and above, which could be 0, 1, 2, 10. It shouldn't be a negative number regardless. That's very critical. Ensure you're not working with a negative number. All right, just hold on a minute. See what's happening here. Okay, so hold on a minute. Okay, so let's see where we at, where we at, where we at, where we at. Let's get back. Okay, so I go back to the filter. So I have done the quarterly, which is the 3 years. I've removed any number that is a negative. So I also go under the yearly, year in, year out. I remove every negative number from it, and it filters it and reduces the number, which is good. So these are all the keywords they are ranking for, that the year in, year out or quarterly search volume is not going down. So I would also now tell it what is the search based on a search volume. So this is one of the keyword they are ranking for, that has 5,000 quarterly average monthly search, and year in, year out number for it is it's not going down, even though it is flatted out, which is okay. So yeah. Please let me confirm. Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, no problem. I'm actually recording it as well so that if you miss any part of it. Okay, so I've done a monthly search, average search volume filter, quarterly search, and yearly search. So this is the keyword that they are ranking for, which is one of the keyword that they're ranking for, which is good. So in order to know if I should write this keyword, I will pick on this keyword here and I will do a quick Google search in order to see how many articles exist online with that same content. So I'll just simply do a quick Google search. This is if you're not using any paid tools. The paid tools, we can easily do this with it. Now, I will not write this article. Why? See the amount of articles that exist online for the same article. This is a killer. More than this is like 218 million articles exist online with the same focus keyword. So it's either you look for a way to rephrase this statement. Otherwise, if you've written this statement, if you write with that focus keyword, uh, your article better be over the top with a lot of backlinks and a lot of traffic for you to actually rank and come on top. So I always avoid keywords that has this amount of search volume. So if I didn't get that, I'll go back and check other keywords and go through all the possible keywords that I have until I find a keyword that they are obviously not the search volume, the search results for it online. Okay, so one of the things we're trying to rank for is a PhD. So let me filter this and say, give me thing that contains PhD in it. So let's see. So we have find PhD, UK PhD scholarship. Let's see. This doesn't have that much of a steep search results that exist in there. Now, this is the reason why why people go into blogging and all the rest of them, and they struggle with it. Not because you've not written a good article, but because the number of content that exists online for it is already very high. And your site is relatively a new site, is not what's that word? It's not an authority site. However, when it yeah, so however, if let's say you want to do a YouTube video for this, what the way you easily do you will know if this is valuable for you to do a YouTube video with is you could simply we're coming back to see the site as well. You could just simply go into your YouTube feed and check onto the YouTube and see if I will show you guys something here. So you've put in the keyword that you want. So go to the filter and say filter this year. Now, in the last 24 months, sorry, in the last 12 months, which is 1 year, what you're looking for is this view. This is the keyword. Look for this view and ensure that the view has at least above 10,000. The first set of 10 videos should have views above, well, some people will say above 1,000, but check. Okay, so you can see this guy has written something around the same topic, and this is what he actually did. Scholarship in UK and funded PhD scholarship in the UK is what he's writing about, and he has done this video in 4 months ago, and he has 7,000 views. This is nice. Someone else has done something similar. Be paying attention to the correlation. What is similar to this title and this title? Look for the similarity and look for the view. Okay, so this person has done the same topic, and in 2 months he has over 100,000 views. This is nice. This one has done the same thing. He has close to 10,000 views. So what you're looking for is constantly this your keyword. If you're going to make a video about it, this your keyword. Has anybody done content around it? How long ago was that content? And what is the view? The higher the view, the better. The lower the month, the better. You want it to be high. In less than 3 months, they already have close to like 10,000 or more views. If they do, that is perfect. It simply means there is high search demand for that very topic you're trying to write about. The moment you're checking any keyword and that is not there, then I'm not sure. Okay, so like for instance, let me explain with this. Uh, this same kind of phrase was phrased out for this title. The person has done this video in 2 months, and this is less than 1,000 view. I will want to relook at this. I will check the person that has over 1,000, 10,000. How did they phrase their title that is drawing attention? What is the caption? What is the thumbnail? What is it looking like? Look at this thumbnail. Look at this thumbnail. Can anyone see the correlation in this thumbnail? And the title. You look at their titles, their thumbnail. What are they doing? How have they phrased their titles? Okay, 26,000 views in 10 months. As in, you want to make sure that the month is lower and the view is higher. This is one easy way for you to know if it is worth doing the video for this very same article or not. However, the moment you're able to do that, confirming that, okay, if in search volume the search result is less than a million, you constantly want this to be less than a million or something around that. It could be 1 point, it could be say just slightly above a million. It could be 2 million, but strive to ensure that the keywords you're targeting that you want to write about has less than a million. The lower it is, the better it is for you, because it simply means that less than a million article exists online for that very focus key phrase, and that way you are going to be able to rank for it easily. So, and of course, it shouldn't be zero as well anyway. So, particularly with respect to this, okay, so fine. Okay, just stumbled on another site you could also, yeah. All right, so this is how you actually confirm that what you're doing is actually working. Otherwise, you will have written tons of articles and you'll be struggling to have traffic on your site. Why? Because most of all the people that are currently ranking for it have tons of articles on their site and they are already authorities in Google's eyes. They are ranking number 1 to 10. So you want to check on their site and filter what they have written, check on their site and ensure you have less. Okay, so what's happening here? Okay, so think a little bit or break there. All right, so yes, in as much as you could see other competitors that are ranking for the same keyword, what you constantly want to do is do your competitors analysis by picking their domain, see all the keywords they are ranking for. By the time you simply do this, you could spend a day and do all your keyword research in a day. Since you know that this is the niche you're in, analyze 10 competitors. Pull up all the keywords they are ranking for. This one is also ranking for the same amount of keywords, so download it. Check it from the Excel documentation, which I've simply explained to you just now, and back check it against your Google search result to see that yes, fine, the search volume is less than a million. So once you do that, you'll be up on your way to write articles that will easily get you to show up on Google with very minimal competition. However, there is the explanation out there that says once you put in a keyword. So let me show you guys this. I want to do Google keyword ideas. I want Google to give me keyword ideas. I don't want to analyze the competition. I want to analyze the keywords myself. So one easy way to do that is not just by this. Scholarship is what this is all about. Okay, so I think this is scholarship aid. So scholarship aid. Now, one simple trick I've taught you all is this scholarship aids. Okay, so we can do this and simply pick this word and say, Google, give me similar words to similar words to scholarship. So we want similar words to scholarship. Most often than not, you can open to this site, thasos.com. And I think there's another interesting site like that. So you could find sites that will give you similar words. So similar words to scholarship are this. So you can look at the ones that are relevant to what it is you're actually targeting. Scholarship, aids, and all the rest of them. Words that have literally same meaning or similar in meaning to what it is you're trying to look for are the words you want to find, and those are the words you're going to put here. Scholarship, education, aid. Yep. Let's see. Which other one can we pick from here? Let me see. What do we have here? What do we have here? This guy is not really giving me anything meaningful. Please also try to use your brain when you're doing this. Don't just leave it to the machines to do, because you may be getting the wrong things. Let's see if we can find a site that can give us something similar to help us. Okay, so scholarship, literacy, education, uh, no, these are not similar to what I want. Right, so let me see what else. Okay, yeah. Oh, good. I found one word I was actually looking for. Grants. Okay, so this is actually, sorry, this is aid. Scholarship is one word. Aid is another. Grant is another that is similar to scholarship. Let's see if we can pick additional word. Let's see. Okay, so let's try with this three words first of all. So why are we looking for multiple words? The more words you're able to give to Google, the better Google understands the intent of what it is you're trying to write. So Google will be able to output for you more words that is similar to what it is you're writing, and it's also going to give you additional. So funding is another word that is similar. So we have scholarship, aid, grant, funding. Let me see which other words. Google will often suggest to you additional words. So if you see anything here that is similar to what it is you're looking for, please I select it to it. So currently right now Google is saying these are the words that make sense for that is related to what we are looking for based on Nigeria's search. So we can pull these all down by simply coming to this area. We come to this area and say download. So all these 2000 keywords are now downloaded. We open them up and continue our Google. We open them up and continue our Google filter metrics so that yes, fine, we can actually still do better metrics with it. So this is the one we just downloaded right now that is similar. And of course, I've mentioned these again. When you're writing, ensure that your site contains sizable number of articles that is around the same keyword. This will help Google to understand your site better, so that you'll be an authority in the space. For example, if you're writing things around scholarship, seek to write tons of keywords, at least no less than 10 articles existing on your site that covers this element of scholarship. Let's say scholarship in the US. It could be scholarship in the US for international students, scholarship in the US for indigenous students, scholarship in the US for those with bad credit, scholarship in the US for marine students or something. Write topics around scholarship, that is scholarship US only. Then move to scholarship Canada. Write things around scholarship Canada, scholarship Canada. Then scholarship UK, scholarship UK. Things around scholarship in the UK. PhD scholarship in the UK. Master's degree scholarship in the UK. First degree scholarship in the UK. Fully funded scholarship in the UK. Sport scholarship in the UK. Artisan music and what have you scholarship in the UK, as in look for other words that you can conjoin with the your seed word, which is scholarship, and focus it to multiple dimensions and output all those things. Now, these are the keywords that we want to target with respect to scholarship, grants, aids, funding. Bearing in mind that in the educational niche, these are not the only things that are in the educational niche. There are so many other sub niches that is in the educational niche, which you need to x-ray to be able to get that out. And one easy way to be able to find that, if you are not able to, if you don't know how to do that, one easy way is you could use one assistant. One assistant will easily give that to you. In fact, someone was talking to me earlier this morning and said one assistant is that in fact she said she's afraid of one assistant and all the things that one assistant does. Okay, so fine. This is one site, so we can pick on the site, see all the categories they cover, and simply ensure that you too you're covering those kind of categories. So those categories are sub niches, respect to people wanting to go abroad or seeking for job and all the rest of them. So you look for all those sites that are similar or that they are competitor site. Look at all the categories they've covered, all their subcategories, and x-ray them. They will give you a good guideline with respect to your own site, so that you can cover all the necessary angles to cover. And of course, then you now check, just like we're doing right now, to ensure that you're not just writing articles, you're writing articles that you can effortlessly rank for. Now, let me help us with one single thing here. When you're doing keyword research with Google Keyword Planner, people will often say, do filter and say you want low competition keyword. This is actually not low competition keywords, these keywords here. How? This is Google's explanation. Read what is here. The competition being talked to about here is competition with respect to people that are paying for ads, how they compete with themselves and all the rest of them and what have you. This does not necessarily apply, is not necessarily applicable to how difficult it is to rank for a given keyword. The true measure of how difficult it is to rank for a given keyword is largely measured by these three metrics, which you need to pay attention to, which so many of all the keyword research tool have tried to do. When you pick any given keyword, how do you know if you can rank for it? The first thing is how many articles exist online, the search results. How many? The larger the number, the more difficult it is going to be. That is one. Two, the authority of the top sites that are currently showing up. When I say authority, meaning these people have already written tons of content around that niche. So they are seen to be an authority in that niche. So therefore, Google sees them to be, or even any search engine or anybody sees them to be an all-rounder. So they know what it is they are talking about. So therefore, they are seen to be an authority in that space. But the authority in this question can always be challenged. And how do you challenge the authority? You challenge the authority of a niche by you writing far more content than them, being an authority in that space. Imagine, for instance, you pick, like, say, 10 countries that, let's say, Nigerians go to study, aka US, UK, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, Italy, Egypt. You pick like 10 countries and you write around scholarship around that country, those 10 countries alone, so that at the end of the day, the word scholarship on your site has shown up with respect to like 10 different countries that Nigerians going to school abroad are looking for. And so, therefore, you've done yourself a lot of good by ensuring that, yes, fine, you are well rounded in that topic. The same thing goes to any niche. Say maybe your site is all about music and entertainment, or maybe like selling music. You look at uh, 20 platforms where they can sell music online, and you write an article how to sell your music on Spotify, how to sell your music on similar sites to Spotify, and you like how to make money selling your music, how to do, as in, you're talking about one single topic, and you pick that topic and you're like picking like 10 other similar topics around it, and you now have bunch of articles on your site that is around the same niche. Of course, when we're saying educational niche, it's not all about scholarship. Study permit is also there. Visa permit is also there. Resident permit is also there. Internship is also there. A whole lot of things. So you need to just sit back, relax. What are all those things that are surrounding this niche that anybody would want to know about? In you trying to write, you need to write from a standpoint of solving a problem. If somebody wants to have a scholarship in PhD, what are all those things that the person would look for? What are all those things that the person would need to know? I am the authority here, and I am the one that is guiding the person. So I can say PhD scholarship. So rather than having this, you can see this is very high. Now, if I want this to go down, I would say PhD scholarship for, let's say, Nigerian students in USA. You can see how drastic this has dropped. So this has dropped drastically. And so this is now someone is searching for this. If anybody is searching for this, why are they searching for it? Which is the most important thing Google is trying to do, which is the search intent. If anybody is searching for that word, what is their intention? What actually are they looking for? Why are they looking for it? So, the why is what I need to try and attend to in my article. So, when I'm writing, I want to provide an answer to these scholarships. Are they searching for it? Scholarship, list of scholarship in the US for Nigerian, list of PhD scholarship in the US for Nigerian students. So, in my article, I could write things around that subject matter. I could give them the top 10 scholarship for PhD students applying from Nigeria. I will list them out. I will list how to apply, what are the conditions and all the rest of them. I'll lay out all these things in order to ensure that when someone opens my article, that content will have provided them the appropriate answer so that the article is ever helping. Now, in order to guide yourself with respect to this, when you look at what Google is suggesting to you here, the people are also phrasing it to say how to get a full PhD scholarship in the US. Okay, is one other way people are phrasing this. How can Nigerian students get scholarship in America? It's another way they're looking at it. Now, also when you're writing, you want to be as specific as possible. The more specific you are, the more narrow you become, the more targeted your article becomes, the more direct it becomes, the more helpful it becomes. Your site will not be having just about any kind of traffic, but your site will be having traffic from people who actually need it so that your bounce rate goes down and you have valuable, high quality users on your site. Now, this is also similar things that people are searching for, which is similar to this. So you need to look at also what is Google saying people are also searching for. So if someone is searching for this, you need to look at what is the embassy's view with respect to it, what are the perspective, the requirements, and all the rest of them. These are the things that will form the content to which you write, which will eventually ensure you've written a well meaningful article, not just looking at, okay, so this is what I want to write, this is the leading site for it, and I open their site and I check, oh, okay, this is what they've written. Since they've written something about it, I copy it or I scrape the article, I spin it, and all the rest of them. Yes, when you spin articles, I can tell you that it's simply showing that you are not an authority in that space if you're spinning articles without a sole purpose to solve a problem. And that is why I will simply tell anyone, do not spin article. There's no point you spinning an article. Try to understand the search intent. If anyone is searching for this, why are they searching for it and what is their goal so that I can provide them that solution on the ground that the search result that exists online is not insanely high. As so long as it is not like 5 million, 10 million, 20 million, in billions. If you're writing an article that the search result is insanely high, this is search results, meaning the number of content that exists largely online that is being put per second. So if it is insanely high, your chances of ranking for that keyword is very narrow. But however, it's not as if it's impossible, because when you pull the keyword and it returns to you search result, what is the authority of any given site that has ranked for it? And their authority is how much of that niche have they covered and how well have they covered it. That is the second thing. Then how many people have referred to them, have linked to their site, to their content as to being the answer to that question. So you can outrank a site that is even ranking number one if you simply do this few things. The keyword that you pull out, the search result is not insanely high. If it's insanely high, avoid it. Then if you're writing on it, please extract that topic very well to ensure that every possible thing that someone would want to know, as regarding, for instance, as we have PhD scholarship in Nigeria for Nigerian students. Oh, okay. So PhD scholarship for Nigeria students. Oh, okay. They're even giving us a suggestion, autocomplete. So you can, very good. See this? This is less than 1 million. Now, this is a keyword worth writing. And what do you want to do when you want to write this keyword? It is not about you looking at what other people have written. In fact, I always tell people, no, ignore what other people have written. try to decipher what people are searching for and look at that thing very well. If someone is searching for this, what answer do they need? And provide them that answer effectively well. The moment you do that, Google will reward you for it. You will be rewarded to providing the appropriate answer for that question. And also, when you now provide the answer in a style in the sense that you have statistics of students applying for this scholarship, statistics of students going for this very particular course, the success rate of students for this very person, you pull all the possible informations of how to apply for the scholarship, where, who are the organizations that are giving this scholarship, what are the requirements of applying for that scholarship, so that you are not repeating what other people have written. I hope I've been able to communicate to someone and you guys have this clear, because you understanding this one single process is what will stand you out and get you to really make money in your journey as a content creator. And when you do this, finishing all the things that you need to write, okay, so like for instance, let's bring out the big gun. Um, One assistant here. Okay, so pull up. This is V2. Yes, I know V2 is not publicly available, so some people don't strangle me. If you want to get access to V2, I think it will only cost you like $50 or something like that. So this is under lock and key, even though some people are getting the juice out of it. So I want to write a quick article around that subject matter. So I'll just simply say this is what I want to write about, and I'll tell it just use this as a use this key phrase that I've written here as the topic, because it's already lengthy enough, which is fine. But of course, if you feel it's not lengthy enough and you want an idea, the moment you uncheck this, one assistant will will suggest topic for you. Let me show you that in a bit. So one assistant, I give it this seed key phrase. One assistant will throw it out to you and say, these are the ways you could possibly phrase it. But of course, since I know I'm okay with this and this is fine for me, I can simply just select this and I'll tell it refresh, so that it will reload and give me exactly what I want. I select on it and I say continue, and one assistant already picks it and it says, do I want a meta description? Yes, of course, I want meta description. Meta descriptions are those words that when you search it, these phrases here that you're seeing that is being written are the meta description. So I want one assistant to generate from me the meta description. It will. Then I'll tell it continue. So it has done that. So I will now tell it I want to write the full article using my own personal experience, because I want to tell the people that are going to read this article that I know what I'm talking about and I'm writing from my own personal experience standpoint of view. So I'll tell it generate introduction. It will generate introduction for me, and this is the introduction that I already have here. So if I want it nice, if I want to change my introduction, I can tell one assistant rephrase the introduction so it will recreate another introduction for me here. But just I won't do that right now, so I'll just simply tell it next. So already it has picked the topic, it has given us meta description, it has also given us the introduction to the blog post. Now the outline is all the things. What are those things about the subject matter that I want people to know about? Yes, one other place you could get an insight to what people want to know about is also this. You can go to this site that is called Answer the Public, I think. Yeah. You can go to the site, say Answer the Public, and put in your key phrase here or your keyword. I'm not calling it keyword right now because this is not just one word. It's already more than one word, so this is a phrase. So, and the focus country, let's say, is US, or maybe is Nigerian student that will be searching for this, given this case. So I will just simply say, what are the questions that people are asking around this subject matter are Nigerians, or the traffic is coming from Nigeria around this topic. So I will give it some few seconds and oh, okay. So it's telling me for better results, I already have too much of words. So I can say PhD scholarship. So let me do that. And I simply search. So I'll wait for it to return to me. That. So I wait for it to return to me. I need to analyze all the traffic and pull for me often than not no less than 100 questions around the subject matter that is intended. So I can now download it and look at the questions that are relevant to. I can download it and look at the questions that are relevant to what I want and use that to phrase my questions. So these are all the questions around the subject matter that people are searching for. Scholarships for Nigerian students in the UK. Beautiful. So I can download this. And of course, if you're using Answer the Public, bear in mind, I think you can only, for the free, you can only do this like 3 times in a day. So bear that in mind. So I can open up the questions that people also ask as return to me as to what people are searching for. Okay, so which is often found in column C. So these are the things that people are asking for. So all I need to do is just simply go through what is here. This is how you write high value, good quality content that practically you only have online, so that you can rank effortlessly. So you can look at all these questions. Some of these questions, you'll be able to merge them together as one single questions. The other ones might be able to stand alone as separate questions on their own and all the rest of them. So basically, that is what you do by pulling all that out. And you can now come to One Assistant and say, I prefer to type, or better still, if you don't want to type it, you can tell One Assistant, generate it for me, so One Assistant can try to look at what are the things that people should know about respect to that. So it will think and say, okay, so you should cover how can student apply for PhD scholarship in United Kingdom. What are the eligibility requirements? Beautiful. And on and on and on. So you can get all this. In addition, you could go back to that same Excel sheet and add those questions to what it is that you want by simply just doing, let's see if we can just pick some couple of questions here. Let me just add one or two so that you get to see that in action. So pull that there. Okay, so if you want more, you keep hitting the plus sign, it drops more, and you're able to simply get more topics and put it inside and on the rest of it. So, but however, I would often say at a go, try not to cover more than like 10 subtopics or something like that uh, in what it is you're trying to do. So once you lay out, these are all the subtopics you want, and just simply tell it continue. So One Assistant will pick it and drop it here and say, this is what you want me to write about. And you tell it, so yes, write by clicking on generate body. And now with One Assistant, if you know what you're doing, you can write 10, 20, 30 articles. Ayoda is feeling like Jagaban that has written like, say, 30 articles in a day. Once you've done your keyword research and you pull everything down, you can write upwards of high quality, plagiarism free content in a day. And once you're done with all your content, creating them like this, so we have the article ready for us, which is already here. This is plagiarism free content. You can simply download it or save it, or better still, you can just simply copy it and take it to Word document as the case may be, and simply read through and see if you want to modify anything in it and all the rest of them, and just simply do justice to your article and all the rest of it. So of course, one of the other functions we are adding to One Assistant is the ability for it to fetch videos for you. It will also fetch images for you. Yes, I know somebody has requested that can One Assistant do graphic design for users. Yes, we've already built that capacity into V2, which will be completing all those functionalities as time over. problem. So you have the article unique to yourself, and the article is crafted in the way you want. You carry this article and you put it in your blog. So for all that is what let's just where is that other site we're working off of? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Where is your site? Let's just dash out that article we just created now. Okay, I think is oh, okay. Wait, let me see. I think I have it open on this other browser. Let me bring that into your view. Okay, that. Okay, so. Okay, so this is it. Okay, so. Okay, so let's pull this article as iOS system, add new posts. Okay, so this and bring it in. Okay, so we put that into blog and of course we're fine. So that's the whole entire article. But of course, I'm gonna just save this as a draft because you need to ensure justice is being done to this. So let me click on this and say private. Yes, so I'm selling in private so that it is not publicly available. Now, this is the whole entire key phrase that we focused here. And so, okay, PhD scholarship students, PhD scholarship for Nigerian students. Okay. So, we put this in and put it into your focus keyword, which based on the keyword SEO tool that you're using, which is only one SEO, you can get all those additional functions here. Focus key phrase. You put the focus key phrase here, which is a PhD scholarship for students. And on and on and on and on. So you do every other additional thing that the system is requiring you to do, and when you're done, you publish. And of course, you put your featured image. Should in case someone is asking the question, how do you do that? You can click on this tool, go to post, and click on this icon here and pick up an image from, say, your system. And okay, so if you have image already in your site, you could say use anyone. Ensure that yes, fine. You've also inserted the alternate image and the descriptions and all the rest of them here. And voila. Then, of course, since this is all about scholarship, is under the scholarship, is about another category. Click on add category here and put in the category that is new that you would want to put by inserting the name and pressing enter on your keyboard, and it will simply do that for you. So I believe this has been worth the while for you guys, and you'll be able to learn something. If any question, I take your question at this junction. Any questions? Then also, of course, as you do this, endeavor to ensure that you have internal link, which is you linking this article to another article on your site, and also linking it also to an external article. Why do you want to do that? Because when people search for this article and they land on your site, it will make sense for them to be able to read similar articles on your site by simply from this article going to another article on your site. Internal link should always be on the bunch of first set of subtopic categories and all the rest of them that you have within the body of your article. External link, put external link at the bottom. external link should be at the bottom of your article so that people don't leave your site early. You want to put external link at the bottom and internal link within the body of your article. Okay, someone just asked a question. Let's see. Okay. How do you insert image? Okay, so someone just asked the question inserting image. So inserting image into it is as simple as you clicking on an open space where you want to insert an image and clicking on this option here. Where is that? So click on the open space. Here come. That's if you're working within Gutenberg. This view that we're actually at right now in WordPress is called the uh, Gutenberg editor. So uh, getting an image is you simply doing this and coming to this area where those functions. I want to do something else, not what you're showing me. Okay, so let me insert space. I say insert a space, and I say image. Image will show up here. I click on image, space to add the image, and I upload the image, say maybe from my system, for example, and it's inside. And I also make sure that after doing that, I put an alternate text, which is very critical. And so this is how you add images to the body of your article. This is not the same thing with the featured image that we saw here earlier. As you can see, when anybody is searching for this article, this is what will show up. This will only show up when they are reading the body of the article, as the case may be. The same thing applies to, let's say, you've done a video concerning this, which I think, let's see if I can get into one sound and show you guys how to turn this into a video. Once you have a video for it, let's, in fact, you can also insert a video, which is what I always advise you to do. So click on this, go to YouTube, search for the topic. You have a video, so copy the URL of the video. You click on it and simply do this. Sorry about that, we're not playing it. So copy the URL, go back into the article, and at the bottom, literally somewhere around the conclusion, you can just click on this plus sign, say from this search, just tell the search YouTube, and it's the URL here, and say embed. So it will embed the link of the video to your site and not actually copying the video directly into your host, so that anybody can still get to view the content. So this is your article, and we've done justice to this, and this can be made publicly available at this junction. So this is publicly available, and we can simply take a quick look at what we've done, which is this. Bear in mind that nobody can see this. We are the only one who can see this. So, okay, so I think Ayo has on his site a plugin that does it analyzes the article automatically, simply does internal link building. Nice. So you have the article ready for you, and that is all. Any questions? I'll take you guys. So, any questions? Okay, no problem. I would put that also on the Telegram group so that you guys can take advantage of it. Any other person? But of course, as much as possible, you don't want to be using plugins to do what it is you can do, because the more the plugin you have on your site, the more script that is running, the heavier your site becomes, the slower it becomes, which will also hurt your Google search, your SEO ranking. So you just simply copy in the link and say view this other article is better for you than having to use another plugin. The more the plugin, the more trouble you're looking for. Any other questions? Will what be a problem on YouTube? I don't get. Okay, this session, yes, we will upload it on the YouTube. And also, with respect to that being uploaded on YouTube, immediately after this class, I will do that. So that we'll share the link on the Telegram. But of course, for those who already know the YouTube channel, you can just simply go there after this class. Any other questions? All right, so I want to believe you all have been able to learn something today. If you have any further challenges and anything that you want help with, reach out to me on the Telegram group. I'll try and provide you all the necessary help possible. And of course, do not forget that tomorrow we also have our class tomorrow by 4 p.m. Endeavor to ensure that you also come along with someone to the platform so that we can help as many as we possibly can. So, no other question. We can call this session a close for today. All right. So, I believe you all are good.